Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. The king is back. The Mac is back. It's official. It's confirmed. Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway 2, the rematch at welterweight, International Fight Week. This fight was announced as Francis Ngannou was walking out for his fight, which is absolutely crazy from Dana to do, but it's not surprising. I was watching the Arnold Allen card at the same time, so I saw this promo come on out of nowhere. I just see Conor McGregor, and I lost my mind, dude. I'm just gonna give my early thoughts on this and talk about the card as well. Obviously, not going into like too much detail or breakdown. We'll do that when we get closer to the fight. But I'm excited. I'm excited. Obviously, it's always exciting when Conor McGregor fights because it's just massive. And obviously, this matchup, this is their rematch. They've had history in the past, and obviously with the little things like Conor McGregor staring him down through the TV, that like video of him at the bar, just like pointing the camera to some random guy who he thinks looks like Max Holloway but really doesn't. It's gonna be interesting to see in the build up what kind of Conor McGregor we get. If it's just like an absolutely crazy Conor McGregor that like crazier than we ever seen before. Obviously it's been 5 years since he fought, so it's a big factor. Dude, listen, I love Conor McGregor. If you ask me who is the greatest MMA fighter that has ever lived, just in terms of legacy and what they've done for the sport, Conor McGregor is that guy. He is the greatest MMA fighter that has ever lived in terms of what he did for the sport. And the sport obviously has to appreciate him for that. And I love Conor McGregor. I think he's one of a kind. I'm genuinely just such a big fan. I love him. But I don't see him winning this fight whatsoever, dude. I really don't. I'm not even like, maybe I'll see something in the breakdown. I really doubt it though. Like, I think this fight is hard to predict anyway, just because of like Conor's been out for so long. Like, we don't even know what kind of version of him is going to be, like how sharp he's actually going to be. And if you're genuinely like picking Conor McGregor to win the fight, like from right now when the fight is announced, and you're saying it confidently, I do not agree with you whatsoever. Like, I think that is ridiculous. And I think they're lying. I don't even think they're telling the truth. I think they're just saying that. The fight is at welterweight though, which is a factor. Max Holloway never fought at welterweight in his life. Conor has had one fight there, or a couple fights there. Nate Diaz and Cowboy. I mean, I think that's really the biggest factor. And people, I think they're going to, obviously, when it comes closer and closer to the fight, there's going to be the sparring footage that comes out of Conor McGregor. And you're like, oh, he looks kind of sharp on the pads. Maybe it ends up being that thing. Or it's the complete opposite. Everyone's just like, he looks absolutely horrible. And again, the fight is different. You can't base everything off of that. But again, there's going to be things that Conor McGregor is putting out and things that happen that makes people want to pick him, not only because they love him, but just because of like just the delusion, I guess. But like I said, right now I'm favoring heavy with Max Holloway. He's been way more active. He's been fighting still the best in the world, and guys are going to be basing their predictions off of the loss to Charles Oliveira and the loss to Ilya. And bro, we're talking about his losses against Ilya Topuria, who's arguably the best fighter in the world right now, and Charles Oliveira, who is just stylistically just really bad for him. And Charles is one of the best in the world too. So like, what are we even talking about? Again, Conor has been away for 5 years. Like, 5 years is a very long time to be coming back and fighting an absolute monster in Max Holloway. Even though it is at welterweight, like I don't think it's gonna go well for him. But it's massive. It just adds on to what this summer is gonna be just as a whole. There's just so much going on this summer. Just like, not even only in the fighting world. Obviously, have a lot of massive fights. Have the White House card. Have this card. There's even the fight nights are good as well. There's some boxing fights that are gonna happen too. Obviously, we have the World Cup as well as massive. There's just a lot going on, man. Like, even movies, if you want to go that far too. There's just so much going on this summer, and this is just like, This is going to be the biggest fight of the year, I think, especially with the card that is added onto it. Let's look at that really quickly now. I mean, look at this card, man. Look at it. Obviously headlined by Conor McGregor and Max Holloway, 5-round main event. I heard something that it was gonna be 3 rounds for 3 rounds for Conor, obviously because he hasn't fought in a long time. Again, I don't think the fight's gonna go 5 rounds anyway, but yeah. But in the co-main, Benoit Saint-Denis, Paddy Pimblett, absolute banger of a fight. I love that fight for so many reasons. I think they're very this fight is destined to be just absolutely incredible. Both guys that can take a lot of punishment. Paddy showed that he has an amazing chin against Justin Gaethje. He can take big shots and not get put out. And I side with Paddy right now. I honestly do. You guys talk about like Paddy's striking and his boxing especially, and that it's bad, but I think Benoit Saint-Denis' kicks are better than Paddy's, but Paddy is not the most technical boxing in the world, but he's caught guys with good shots. Boxing is very weird, but he's weirdly like very accurate with his punches. And there was a lot of times versus Justin Gaethje and other fighters too where he caught them good on the chin. Yeah, man, I side with Paddy a little bit right now. I think that'll be a fantastic fight, a great co-main event. Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Bautista. I talked a little bit about that fight in one of my other videos. It was rumored a little bit ago, and obviously I just assumed it would happen. What I was saying was, if you're not gonna make the fight versus with Corey Sandhagen and Sean O'Malley on the White House card, this is the fight you make other than that one, because I think this is gonna be a phenomenal fight. Not only very competitive, but I think Mario Bautista has a very big chance of shocking a lot of people with this fight. He's been looking really good in his recent performances against Vinicius Oliveira, against even the ones that he lost with Umar. Like I feel like he's shown many times that he's at the level to compete with the best. I think he's also one of those guys like Corey Sandhagen that if you want to get to that next level in the bantamweight division, you have to get through them. And obviously they had a very competitive first fight too. This is a rematch between the two. I love this fight. Brandon Royval, Lona Kavanaugh having the biggest win in his career over Brandon Moreno. Brandon Royval obviously just lost to Manel Kape. Manel Kape is the only guy that was able to get through him with ease, and no one else has been able to do that to Brandon Royval. But I'm telling you, Lona Kavanaugh is he's a problem, and to me, other than Pantoja, he has the biggest threat to Joshua Van's title reign. Maybe, I mean, we have to see what happens with Horiguchi and Manel Kape as well. That the flyweight division is just so stacked.